Hi, I'm Tom. We're at South by Southwest. I'm here with
Nakey Jakey.
beautiful, known for his YouTube career, musician, and famous lawyer in Jakey Nakey
Yeah, I'll
Jakey.
sue your ass.
Tell
I don't
me
know how
some
the
more.
legal system works over here, but I'll figure it out.
Oh, it's not an easy one to figure out. I'll tell you that.
I'll put on one of those wigs. I'll get in there.
To be fair, I feel like I could sue you. Why
Yeah.
not?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
swag. Like,
Yeah. 100%.
Anyway, how have you found the UK/South by?
I
far?
I love it. I don't want to leave.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm not even just saying that. Like me and my girlfriend have had the best time. Everyone is so funny and nice. Even
Yeah.
if it's a fake politeness, I appreciate it. Everyone's very considerate. It's beautiful. Going outside of the city to the Cotswolds and staying out there
Yeah.
was like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
It
It's
is gorgeous.
Jane
around
Austen as fuck.
there. Yeah.
Cows, goats, beautiful. I love it. Like genuinely, it's been like the best trip I've ever been on.
That's so sick.
I love
That's so
it
cool to
a
hear.
lot here.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to
You
leave.
gonna move?
No, I mean, no. We both have too much family in the States, but
Yeah, no, of course.
we really love it
You
here.
got any other plans while you're here?
I leave in a couple days, but we met a very nice person that is gonna maybe hook us up with tickets to go see Paddington live, which we were not planning on seeing any live shows like that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a nice dinner and probably see Paddington.
Hell
Hit
yeah.
up some museums. I
Yeah.
think today we're gonna try to go to the Gallery of Portraits
Okay.
or something.
Yeah.
Some sort of name like that, museum portraits, but that'll be cool.
Sounds lovely, to be fair. I've heard a lot of good things about the Paddington musical.
Yeah, I'm not a big musical guy, but I'm definitely not going to turn down the offer.
Why
like,
not? It's free.
I've never even seen Paddington the movie.
What?
I know.
What are you doing?
But then the guy I was talking to, he said that the musical is more about the story of Paddington 1 and had never having seen the movie. He's like, this is actually a better way to experience the
Yeah.
story. So I know
Wins.
he likes marmalade.
Yeah, that's
What
like
is
his thing.
marmalade?
Marmalade. How would you describe? It's just like a sandwich spread kind of thing.
Like jelly?
I think it's yeah, a bit jelly-y.
I love jelly.
It's kind of like a jam,
Okay.
but I think it's orange based or something along those lines.
That's what's
Yeah, I
up.
don't actually. What the fuck is marmalade? Am I right?
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm sure you can tell us when you come back from Paddington.
Yeah, the whole play is just them breaking down what it is.
That's yeah.
And how to make it. It's a recipe.
I would go. I can't lie.
Yeah?
I'd go to that.
I'd learn, yeah.
So you've just come off your talk about London in video games. How was it? You got anything to talk about in terms of that?
I am pretty over the moon about it. I
Yeah.
was really nervous. I never done a live sort of version of a video, but I'm very thankful that the response from the crowd that was in there said that it felt like that it just felt like a live version of the video. And I was really happy that basically once I came out with the ball and I saw someone in the front row with like a Hot Boy t-shirt that's from like 2016, I was like, oh, okay, hopefully they'll fuck with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, I mean, as you saw, there's a lot of stuff in it that's kind of call and response.
Yeah.
Like, and it's this thing, and what was the question I asked? And it's this. So if it was like a pretty sterile crowd of people just like buttoned up and I'm trying to be like goofy.
Yeah.
But no, it was the exact opposite of that. Honestly, it went better than I could have imagined. I was pretty stoked.
Yeah, no, you're right. It really translated like so well to like a live environment. I mean, it's a testament even
Thank you,
to
bro.
your ability as an entertainer. But yeah, I love all the interactions and stuff. Even the little notes thing. That was a nice little idea.
Thank you. I saw
zombie if you're a coward and all that.
yeah, oh dude, that guy, he nailed it. He had it. He got it exactly down to like how I wrote it and everything.
Yeah.
Lauren, my girlfriend, she was filming and she said that she caught on film someone that was not only taking notes, but they were like very rigorous notes. Like it was like they had like a note tab open and they're like, okay, this
Just basically reciting exactly what you're saying,
yeah.
word for word.
I was like, they really took that serious, and I love that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
dedication.
I mean, exactly. It was worth it, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was
No,
a great panel.
it went great. I loved it.
Cool. So in terms of the gaming industry as a whole, I'm just sort of curious. What do you think are going to be the sort of impacts of GTA 6 when that drops?
I think more than people even anticipate, and I think that people are already anticipating a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think in terms of sales, it's going to be more than even the higher estimations of like the stock price of Take-Two and all this stuff. Like I feel like everyone's kind of already factoring it in, but I think the fact that people online are trying to leak even like the next trailer date or pre-order, like when has it gotten that granular for leaking stuff that isn't even leaking the thing? You're leaking the thing that will be the thing. Like
yeah.
I think the fact that this is unprecedented for not only video games, but I think media in general, that if you think of even like the biggest Marvel movie or back when Lord of the Rings was coming out, like as far as fandom plus internet plus video games being this billion-dollar massive industry, and GTA having such a wide reach of like people my age and older super fuck with it because they played like Vice City, and then the younger generation is still playing GTA 5. I think that the cultural impact is going to be insane. And I think as far as other developers trying to take notes, I think that they're going to take all the wrong notes because that's what they've already been doing. I don't think they're going to do the Rockstar thing of Take-Two just trusting Rockstar and giving them the budget to take the time to make something good. I think people are going to take all of the wrong notes and try to just do all of the like GTA Online stuff and everything that's already been happening. But I think that I have high expectations like everyone else, but I think that it will be insanely detailed. That's a given. But I think after Red Dead 2, they upped the bar so much of like, even if you have feelings about it, I think that the level of crazy tiny detail in that, and that this is going to be even bigger scale, I think that it's going to like meet everyone's expectations and then some. Story gameplay wise, that might suck. That stuff, I mean, I have complaints about Red Dead, but I still absolutely love that game. I'm not admitting this, but in an alternate reality where maybe I saw some of the leaked gameplay stuff, the mission structure, things like that, it's kind of feeling like it might be kind of similar to what we know, that there's like the same type of dialogue and you're driving to a spot and but also I don't know. I didn't actually see anything that I'm not holding my breath for that stuff, but I think in terms of what Rockstar does the best, which is having a massively detailed, interesting world that is so much prettier than anything else on the market in terms of just actual attention to detail and the fact that like the horse's balls shrink in the cold and stuff. I think that it's going to blow everyone's mind. Yeah,
absolutely. And I don't see them, as you said, changing their gameplay formula anytime soon because it's safe. It works. People like that. It appeals to the casual as well. And that's, I think, very important to them.
I think you're nailing on the head why, I think they'll take some risks, but I don't think they're going to take too many risks because there's too much at stake.
Exactly. Think of the money. It's crazy.
Like Take-Two is only letting them spend all this time and giving them all this money and letting them delay it a billion times because they know it's going to sell. So if you release something that's as hard as Dark Souls and everyone's pissed off and no one actually plays it, like
it'd be awful.
Yeah.
But still, it's something to look forward to. It's going to be crazy.
I can't wait. I mean, I'm as excited as anyone else and probably then some.
Yeah, I mean,
because we all know I'm going to make a fucking giant video about it too.
I can't wait.
So I'm like, okay, let's go. Like that's work and play.
I think it's hilarious. All the games companies putting their release dates in September as well, just because they know like we can't mess with November. That is just too touchy. I
did see Devolver, the like indie publisher. They're being pretty funny about it. Of their intentionally trying to release something when GTA comes out. That it's like everyone else is scared, and they're like, no, we like want it to be. Which I think that's pretty genius marketing because it's like if you're the one game that also released, that's pretty funny. Like,
I mean, GTA's gonna be an expensive game, no matter what.
I think I'm gonna be shocked if it's more than 70, just because that's been the standard, and I don't think they're trying to ice people out. I think that if Rockstar and Take-Two made it 80, I don't know, that would be surprising. I feel like people would have too many feelings about that. Where I feel like they're kind of known for like you're buying the same priced game as others, but it's so much better. Like Red Dead costs just as much as a shittier game, but it's that testament to quality. That I think if they pulled a Nintendo and the game cost 80, I feel like it would potentially hurt them. But we're all still going to buy it.
Also, do you think that it really will hurt them, though?
I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, I think it might be like a blip. But in the long-term success of the game, people are going to pay whatever they're going to pay. Like, so many people are holding out to even buy a PS5 until it comes out.
Yeah.
Which they got fucked because then the PS5 prices went up because of all of the, like, tariffs and shit. And not only tariffs, but the, like, RAM shortage.
Yeah, the RAM market.
Everything's so expensive.
Look at the Steam Decks recently as well.
Everything went back up in price. So I'm happy I have like my launch PS5 still. But I guess I don't know. I guess if they sold it for 80, that might not be too crazy because Nintendo already set the precedent. But I think the fact that most games on that console, the PS5 or the Xbox, are 70, that might.
We might wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm 50-50 on that. I think they're going to crush either way. But
yeah, absolutely.
I'd be a little bit surprised if it was 80, just given their reputation of just kind of doing the norm, but then exceeding it in terms of like the quality, like kind of proving like, yeah, you're gonna get way more bang for your buck with us is kind of the vibe.
Yeah, we're the guys.
Right.
We're
if they're the only game that's priced $80 on the PS5, it's also like, okay, you think you're hot shit. I mean, because they are. They are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm 50-50 on that. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Is there anything from Summer Games Fest or Xbox Showcase or even the PlayStation one that's already come out that you're looking forward to? Any like rumors and stuff that you're like, oh, that I want to tune in for that?
I've honestly been because I've just been in London and we've been doing so much stuff. I've been mostly off my phone that I'm kind of just catching up in small moments, like maybe before bed, of seeing obviously like the new God of War announcement or some of the big ones I've seen. But I actually haven't seen a lot of what is at Summer Games Fest. Is there something notable
that
you
happened yet? So
it's
just
okay.
Sort of like.
Is that happening like this coming week?
Friday, I think.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. And then Xbox is on Sunday, I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Everyone's hoping GTA.
I think that's kind of delusional because Rockstar's proven basically since GTA 5 or even maybe not Red Dead 1, they do their own thing. Like they do their YouTube video with like the female narrator that's like, this open world is going to be, and it's like they've ignored every other major event. I'd be shocked if, I guess they do have some sort of deal with Sony where I think that all of the marketing for GTA is going to say play it on PS5 even though it's multi-platform. Well,
that boat's kind of past then because the Sony one it's already happened.
Yeah, I might be making that up, but I thought that like they had done in the past, I think that it's like Call of Duty or other brands have done this where for the marketing it will only say one console, that they pay at least for that. And I thought my brother was saying something about how GTA 6 already confirmed to do that, which also makes sense because like so many more people have a PS5 versus an Xbox Series SSX, whatever.
Just a shame it's not going to come to PC straight away. That's what I want, you know.
I know.
Bring it. Why not Rockstar?
I feel like their usual thing of doing that and then having it be on PC a year later or even a year and a half. Fortunately, I think they're probably going to try to expedite that as much as they can because online and the modding and
it forces the consumer to double dip because they want to be there when it comes
just
out,
like GTA 5. I'm probably going to end up buying this game like 4 times.
Getting it.
On the fucking PS3, on the PS4, on the PC, and the PS5 upgrade. Like, I'm a slave to it, but whatever. That's how they get.
That is how they
I'm mostly just pissed off that they still haven't released a PS5 upgrade for Red Dead. That feels like such a shame when it looks and plays so amazing on PC, and then you play it on PS5 and like the 4K upscaling is still broken, the HDR is still broken, it runs at 30. It's amazing it looks as good as it does, but
come on, Rockstar. I know you're busy, but like get on Red Dead.
It's just kind of shocking that they have remastered the first Red Dead on the PS4 and PS5, and they haven't even ported Red Dead 2 when it's like their best game.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah.
Cool. Slight deviation, but I think it's kind of interesting. What do you think about the recent ammo clip system change in Counter-Strike and the potential? Would you be interested in cash being added to the competitive pool?
Ooh, I'm a fan of both. I would love cash to come in and to replace. First choice would probably be Inferno.
Yeah.
But controversial pick, I'd kind of be okay if it replaced Dust 2.
Oh.
Dust 2, even though it's kind of the old standby. I haven't been playing a ton recently, but me and my friends, I think we've just been struggling on it more, where it's feeling a little bit more. Retaking B is just so hard. And that's the thing about Inferno that I hate, is that Inferno, when it's fun, it's like the best map to watch professionals play. Yeah. Like an Inferno map 3 is so hype, but again, talking about retaking the sites, Inferno is just like Save City. Like it can feel pretty one note. But I love cash. I really love cash. I'm having a lot of fun on it, and I think the ammo clip is fine.
Yeah,
it hasn't changed much. Everyone was freaking out, myself included. Other than maybe pistol round. Yeah, you die so fast in that game. It's like, as long as you're not a dumbass spamming reload, I like the change, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
I like the tactic of like, all right, well, this gun only has 10 bullets left, so I'm gonna drop it for this Galil because I know it has more. Like, I think it's interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's another interesting choice on top of a billion other micro decisions you're making that, like, I think it's tactical and cool.
It just adds to the whole kind of.
And realistically, it doesn't change anything because you're gonna die before you reload anyway. So, like,
I don't think there's been many chances where I've got hit to zero. You know,
yeah, and I think
in one round.
And if you do and you're popping off, I like that it's a little added challenge of like, okay, you've had a 4K, but you only have 10 bullets left. Like, you've made the most of your magazines, but. No, I like it. I was like everyone else that I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know, and like I spam reload like everyone else, but I remember I think it was like Battlefield 2 or one of the old Battlefield games had the same thing where you had limited magazines, and it definitely took getting used to, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like tactical, more realistic shit like that. So no, I'm a fan. I'm just a big fan of Counter-Strike. So, but Cash, Valve's version of Cash has been really awesome. I think the changes and because the workshop one that the original creator dropped looked really pretty in Source 2, but it kind of ran like shit.
Yeah.
I like the subtle changes that Valve made to make it more sort of realistic and just it looks like the rest of the map pool, and I like that.
Yeah, it'd just be nice to have it in that pool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you don't like Dust 2 as well, because I'm not a fan of Dust 2 either. Every time it comes up, and it's like, please, I don't want to play it.
Yeah, I didn't used to feel that way, and I think again, having some of the people I play with regularly kind of not like it, I think that's rubbing off on me. It's not. I don't know if there's any map that I'm actively like, oh god, except maybe a little bit Inferno. But then at the same time, like usually Nuke is my best map. Inferno is the worst. The last couple times I played, I fucking went crazy on Inferno and I sucked on Nuke.
That's the thing, isn't it?
So it's like, is Inferno my favorite now?
it depends on the day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's no like specific way of what map is good or what map is bad. Because like I feel like Nuke's one of my favorites, and you know I'll be having an amazing game, and I'll come back a few days later and I'll just suck. And then something like Dust 2. Or even Anubis or something like that.
I was going to say, I feel like people don't give enough shine to Anubis and Overpass. No one ever wants them, and I love both of them.
That being said, I would trade Overpass Cash. I feel like stylistically they're a little bit similar, and I would prefer Cash over it.
It's fair. I like Anubis, though. I really hope
I love Anubis.
The change to being able to drop in mid completely reworked the like power dynamic of CT versus CT, and I think that all the little changes they've made to it, and it's just so pretty. I think it's one of the prettier maps. And I hope Train comes back, but they rework some of it because it definitely, not that I played a lot of OG Train on like Go, but it just felt a little, I don't know, it felt hard to like get a consistent beat on the Source 2 version of Train. I know they they removed Heaven and they removed a lot of the train cars on, is it B, where there's the actual like train where there's that clip of Summit jumping down. Yeah. But anyways, no, I mean, I don't think there's a single map that I'm like, oh my god, but I'd probably say take Inferno out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. All right, moving on, away from games. A lot of people know you as a YouTube creator, Nakey Jakey, but you're also known widely as the musician Jakey. Do you have any plans to follow up your 2022 release of Romcom?
I do.
Can we talk about any of that?
Yeah, I'm scared to give any sort of dates because I always miss them when I do that. But within I guess this is still a date, but I think I would be really upset if I didn't drop something within the year.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't know, I feel like I'm making stuff that I really like, and it's a little bit different, but I hope people like it because I do. I could tell that I'm having a lot of fun. And I feel like I've my abilities and the lessons that I've learned, I feel like I've matured a bit. I'm a bit more true to myself.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, but also very nervous. But yeah, no, I haven't just been working on only videos. I've been cooking in the background. So yeah,
excited, very excited. I love Romcom. I think it's fantastic front to back. Like,
thank you so much.
I had a little phase, like 2 years ago, in like November, December, where I was just every day, just I want to go 85. You know, it's just on loop all the time. Like, it ended up being high on my top songs of 2024.
Hell yes.
So
thank you.
Very much looking forward to see what you come up next.
Thank you, Tom.
In terms of like stylistically, is it going to be like an evolution from the sort of high production value of Romcom and that kind of like really nice sort of soundscape element stuff, or are you going in a completely new direction?
Yes and no. I think that it's a bit less sort of rappy, and I think that I don't consider myself the greatest vocalist or songwriter or lyricist, but I do think I want to try to play to my strengths, and I do think the production, while being slightly different in the sort of genres that I'm tackling, it's not too far removed, and the sort of soundscape and very sample based and very like I think soundscape, I like that I do pay a lot of attention to how something sounds and not just like what the melody is.
Yeah.
All of that is definitely still there, but I think the sort of way that it's morphed is a bit different. And I think it'll make more sense once you hear what I'm talking about, but I hope that you're also like, oh yeah, this still has that that same production.
That sound.
Yeah.
The Jakey sound.
Yeah.
Cool. I look forward to that.
Thank you.
Sort of talk about the future and we talk about the past. What was your musical journey from the beginning, and what were sort of your original inspirations?
I mean, I thankfully of being one of 8 kids and being the youngest, I feel like I just had hella inspiration from older siblings getting me into stuff. Like my brothers getting me into Radiohead at a pretty young age, or different like screamo bands in the early 2000s, like Hawthorne Heights, The Used, stuff like that, like pop punk screamo shit. I love all that. Thrice, I love Thrice.
Shout out to Thrice.
Shout out to Thrice. They still fuck. And Circus Survive, love that. Taking Back Sunday, I can keep going. But I think a lot of that from being the youngest and growing up with my cousins, and also being the youngest of them, and my cousin Joe being basically like older brother, and us like trying to make bands, and like he was playing guitar and my brother played drums. I was like, oh, I'll play drums. And then I kind of just kept going down the path of drums and played in like jazz band in like middle school and high school, and took lessons, and like confidently could say like got pretty good technically with like drumming, and then getting super into sample based music with like DJ Shadow and a lot of like 90s, early 2000s hip hop, mostly a lot of East Coast stuff like RZA and Mobb Deep and shit like that in like late middle school, high school. And then through that and playing drums, realizing that like, oh, these are all samples of drum breaks, and then getting like a machine sampler and starting to get into sampling and beat making. And then that kind of just happening in the background whilst I'm not in college and I'm just living in Denver, and then I start making videos. So that was like always going on in the background, and then realizing like, okay, I actually do want to pursue this, and now I don't know, maybe people would kind of fuck with it, that I have some sort of platform to put it on. And so first kind of teasing that with like the dumbass rap reviews and shit like that, but then finally dropping like actual music with like Cafeteria, I think was the first one, and the response being like pretty positive. I also just love that music video. Still think that's the best one I made. I honestly hate a lot of the other ones I've made, but that one I'm like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah, it's good to be better.
But yeah, and then just kind of going from there.
Did you ever find it like hard to separate the YouTube and NakeyJakey and the music identity Jakey? And how did you sort of overcome that, or are you still struggling with that?
I think at the end of the day, it just doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But I did struggle with that a lot, and I think just removing the Nakey and just having it be somewhat different, I think it also, just the name being at least a little bit different helps. And my favorite thing in the world is when someone tells me, oh, I found your music, and then I found out you made YouTube videos too, that like when they connect the dots, that like this person and this person are the same person, but that they like them independently. I think that's like the nicest compliment they could have.
That's literally like how I found you. I was watching, your
fucking
video
go.
essays, and then my mate Charlie, shout out Charlie, he was like, he just put it on in like Jakey in the car, and I was like, oh, this is pretty sick. And then I put it on at home, and then when I looked at the Spotify like artist page, I was like, wait, no, wait.
Yeah. No, I think I'm obviously like, I have one social media account. It's not like 2 different personalities, but I think that I do kind of approach them differently, where I'm okay being a little bit more in the background of the music stuff, like the profile picture or whatever. Like it's me, but I think I definitely, if anything, lean more into the subtlety of like, I'm kind of okay if you don't know that it's me thing, even though it's the music videos are still going on the main channel and it's obviously me. I think that I do intentionally kind of try to hopefully do something where it stands on its own and that it has its own identity. But at the end of the day, it's also, that's all just in my head, and it's like anyone that knows, it's me.
Yeah,
so
it's just
that's fine. Yeah. But I do appreciate specific curation. Like for example, this next like album I'm working on, I think that I want to have a much more because Rom-Com was kind of scrambled and then delayed and everything. I have a vision, I have an idea, and I want it to be a lot more curated and like clear, that it was like, as far as like a rollout or the visuals or anything, that it is kind of its own, even more so than Rom-Com, kind of its own distinct personality of Jakey, I guess, or me. But yeah,
interesting.
Yeah.
Is it going to sort of like a very like stylistically sort of its own brand almost?
Yes,
sort of saying.
Exactly. Yeah. That I think I also just really like stuff where there's a different sort of theme or a different identity for something. Like obvious examples like Tyler the Creator, that every time there's a new album, there's a new character, it's a new color palette, there's a new, like, I really like that, but that it's still him.
Yeah.
And I think that would be the best possible thing to aspire with this album, where the genre-wise it's a little different, as I hope there is that through-line DNA where it's like, oh, it's still him, but like we're in the new phase now.
Yeah. It's like sort of like old school, like Linkin Park, for example.
Yeah.
Where it'd be like, this is the sound, and they're completely different, but it's still them.
Yep.
And then it would change again, and it change again, and it's sort
Yep.
of going like that. And
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic way to be, because people might get pissed off at that, but at the end of the day, you're exploring new genres.
I like
and
bands
keeping
that
it fresh.
change. Like,
Exactly.
I like that Radiohead got weird and made Kid A
Yeah.
and Amnesiac and did like, and then, they wrap back around and whatever. But even if at the time people are like, what the fuck is this? I feel fortunate making music now where people listen to every possible genre and every possible thing has been done. Not every possible thing, but that like with all the different hyper pop and internet music and stuff, it's hard to shock people. But I think the plus side of that is like, people listen to so many different types of music now, so I can do so many different types of things, and it's more likely people will rock with it versus in the early 2000s if you switched up and suddenly made like a house album and you're Radiohead, people would be like, what? Just on principle, they'd be like, that's supposed to be my rock band. The fuck?
No, I think it's definitely the helping with streaming. The fact that people can grab these little songs and I feel like personally, I think genre doesn't really exist anymore.
It does. I was trying to explain some DJ to my girlfriend, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of like deep house, but it's kind of this. And then as I was doing it and trying to explain it, I realized like, man, genre doesn't we're just trying to categorize something, but it's all inspired by everything else, and it's all a remix of everything else, especially like EDM shit, that it's all just on the backs of what came before it, that I'm like, none of these words really mean anything. It's music.
That's it. It's just music.
And you'll
like
it.
It should speak for itself,
Like, oh, it's at this BPM, so that kind of makes it trance, and it has. It's like,
don't even get me
do you
started
like
on the
it or do?
Scene.
Yeah,
it's actually
yeah, that's all the same
punk.
shit. That's all the same shit. Like, I'm sure even me referencing those alternative bands from 2000, like Thrice, or like categorizing it all as screamo or pop punk or whatever, which it's all not. But it's like, you get what I mean.
Yeah,
it's not exactly right, but you know what I'm talking about. But I agree, genre's stupid.
It's just not real. What's your advice for young creatives, whether that's content creators, musicians, just people, they're coming up through school maybe, or just finished uni, and they're looking to either pursue themselves as a musician, as a content creator, anything like that?
I think because obviously I've been asked this in like live streams and different things before, and I ask it myself of like, I've pondered on it a bit. I think that you have to have the like sentimental, passionate answer, which is you have to make something that you actually care about, because if you just do anything else, you're going to get burned out if you don't actually care about it. And you might burn out anyways just because it's hard. But I think you have to do what you actually want to do. You have to make the type of thing that you yourself would actually want to consume, because if you don't want to listen to it, who the fuck else would? If you don't want to watch it, who the fuck else would?
Yeah.
So put your whole ass into it. And then also on the less sentimental side, know the reality of the thing you're getting into. So for me, it's YouTube. And I've learned even more recently of like, I want to do more arty thumbnails that are more subtle. I want to do this. It's like, no, you have to play the game, and that's okay. I think you just be honest with yourself. So if you know you want to do YouTube, you know that you like doing YouTube, also know that it's so fucking hard without a prior audience to have any sort of growth on YouTube. So know that you're probably going to have to lean into like Instagram Reels, and you're going to have to lean into TikTok and YouTube Shorts, because I feel like on YouTube Shorts, I actually see a video that has like 10 likes, and I'm like, why is this on my feed? And I'm like, no, that's actually awesome. It's on my feed because it's putting it in front of someone, versus just uploading a regular video. No one is going to see it. Like, there is close to zero natural growth on Twitch and YouTube in my experience. I can't like say the actual data, but so yeah, I would say make the things that you actually want to make and try, but also be very realistic with your expectations and be okay with the grind. And also be very okay with the fact that like numbers don't always mean quality, and they don't always mean your personal satisfaction, because
Absolutely.
There have been plenty of videos that I was really proud of, and then I put them up and they didn't do that well. And then it distorted my sense of accomplishment. And then later those videos popped off because the algorithm chose it.
Yeah.
And it was just an important lesson of like, numbers are good and they are good feedback to what people want to see. Don't ignore the data, but also don't live your life based on like, some people might know this, when you upload a video to YouTube, it ranks that video
1 out of 10, right?
1 out of 10. Yeah. And I have had enough 10 out of 10s and 9 out of 10s and even 7 out of 10s that have bummed me out and then have later done well, or even if they didn't do well, that like, it is not the numbers don't always equal. Like, don't take the wrong thing from it. Yeah. And also, even if you do something and it's not that good and it flops, this is really cheesy, but I think it's Winston Churchill. There was like a quote that I really liked that he's like, success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And I think that specific wording of enthusiasm is what I mean of like, do the thing you actually want to do, because then like you won't be phased. You're just like, okay, on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Because you had fun doing it. So if it flops, it's like whatever. But I think really it's, just being realistic that it's so fucking fickle and you have to play the game with the title and the thumbnail. Like, don't be like me and get to a point where you think like you're above it or something. It's like, do things that are unique from other people, but don't think you can just put up anything with zero advertising because the thumbnail is advertising. Like, you don't have to fucking Mr. Beast it and do the most fugly pose, but you know what I mean? Like, you got to be realistic in that, like, you are competing for people's attention, so you got to give them a reason to click on it.
Like, moist critical, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then just whatever.
Where his thing is working because it's the opposite of what everyone is doing, and that can work sometimes too. But you do just have to.
For initial momentum, especially in modern day YouTube, it's all well and good with him because he's a legacy.
Right. He's been doing this shit for like a billion years.
Exactly.
Shout out.
You can't do that now. It's starting from now. Really, is that what you're saying?
You can't jump straight to that point.
Yeah, exactly.
You kind of got to earn that, for sure.
Cool. Well, do you have any recommendations for music artists or content creators? Someone like underrated that you might want to shout out?
Oh, that's a good question. There's this guy on I feel like he's actually gaining some momentum. There's a guy on Instagram who plays guitar, and he has like a looping pedal, but I don't want to distill what he's doing down, but because comparison is always the easiest way to break something down. It's kind of like Mick Gee. You ever listen to him? That it's very like almost like 80s sounding guitar that's very reverby, very like finger picky, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, this guy, he kind of plays guitar like that, but he's also has like a looping pedal with like a bunch of hip hop samples. Okay. And so it basically sounds like a peaceful guitar like mixtape with like crazy 808s.
Yeah.
But he has like Wiz Khalifa and people commenting on his videos now.
That's
and
so
he started putting stuff on let me see if I can find his name. I totally can find it. He started putting stuff on Spotify. And I think that he's actually gaining a little bit of traction. I bet I can find the song. Oh, man. It starts with an S. It's like... Please hold. I wanted to say Sneeko, and I'm like, no, it's not Sneeko. Yeah. Secco. Sekko. And let's see. He currently has... Okay, he's growing. He has 42K monthly listeners, so he's not, like, huge, but I think it's really interesting, and I think it's really like peaceful.
Yeah.
While still being like kind of hype. But it's you'll hear what I mean, that it has like samples like and like 808s, but then it's just like dreamy guitar.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Well, I'm not surprised you love the sample work because that's what you're known for.
Come on. Yeah, it's totally up my alley.
Yeah, it's so good. I'll have to check that out. You guys will have to check that out. Maybe we'll do a feature on him. Who knows?
Do it. Look up his Instagram. That's mostly where he seems to be posting stuff. So
absolutely.
Sekko.
Well, we'll keep our eyes on. And now finally, with us at Feats, we have a question that we ask all our guests. If you could collaborate with anyone, dead or alive, who would you choose and why?
Collaborate music-wise or
a music
video?
And a video. Let's do one for each.
That's a tough question. Ooh, actually, I feel like for music, this is easier to answer, as I think it would be insane to get I feel like I often hear like a woman's voice over my music.
Yeah.
And I really love a lot of like pop dancey shit. And one of my favorite songs is Promiscuous by Nelly Furtado. Okay. And just that whole mid-2000s era of Timbaland produced shit, like Sexy Back, Justin Timberlake, whatever.
Yeah.
So I would have to say getting like a female vocalist such as like Nelly Furtado or like Adele or something, just some sort of powerhouse vocalist. Honestly, if we're going dead or alive, Whitney Houston. I think those ballads are like some of the greatest songs ever made, and that would be a crazy mashup, but she's like the GOAT. So I love that song. Obviously, they're off the Bodyguard soundtrack. Fuck, what is it? She's like, don't want to close another door. It's super popular. I can never remember.
Another one you mean, but I can't.
It's not. I Will Always Love You is amazing, but it's the other one that's really, really popular. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, she's the GOAT. For a video, for collaborating on a YouTube video, same answer. No. I think it would be really cool to do.
Sorry, just quickly, I'm just picturing Adele doing.
That would probably actually be the best.
Ball.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
She would. Oh my God, we wouldn't even need a script. She's so fucking clever. I think it would be really cool to do a big review on a game, so a Red Dead or a Elden Ring, and have like the actual creator there as a surprise in the middle of the video. Just like, yeah, so I went and I asked them. So I think for like Elden Ring, getting like Miyazaki and actually he's in there, or like I think because Rockstar games are made by so many people, and I know that Dan Houser is no longer at Rockstar, but he wrote and was a big part of Red Dead. I think someone like that. So that's kind of a loose answer, but whatever the game is, getting someone that was really in the nitty gritty to be like, okay, I'm criticizing it, I'm talking about it, but also here they are. What do you have to say? Why did you do this? Like Ken Levine for BioShock or something. I think that would be amazing.
The guy in Cyberpunk, the guy who wrote all that stuff.
Oh! I can't remember.
Deep voice.
Also, Gabe Newell.
Oh my God, that would be unreal.
I think I love any of the documentaries that are out about Half-Life or any games, even though, he's more on the, he's kind of like a Miyamoto where he's not exactly in the nitty-gritty anymore.
He's kind of like just an entity.
But I'm sure he's still like, maybe do this, and there's so much wisdom in that. Yeah, that would be awesome. I hadn't really thought about that, but any person that's actually been in like the nitty-gritty of the game creation that you can be like, okay, why is this like this? And they could be like, okay, it's this and this. And maybe just heard your camera die.
I just heard the camera die. Well, we can still this one. Hello. Well, that was a great answer. I can wrap it up. You've been amazing.
Oh, you're the best.
Great conversation. I wish we could stay longer, but I could chat forever.
Me too.
But I mean, that thing's gone now. So.
And we got to get lunch.
Where can we find you?
On YouTube, Instagram. If you want to torture yourself and you're still on Twitter. Basically, I think on everything, it's NakeyJakey. On Spotify, it's just Jakey. I guess I stream on Twitch sometimes. That's also NakeyJakey. Basically, NakeyJakey on any preferred platform.
Nice and clean. I respect that.
Or Jakey. One of the two, but I'll pop up.
Sick.
Oh, also, been doing a lot more stuff. Ball Creative YouTube channel. We've been doing a lot more consistent shit. Ball Creative LLC.
That's I think the company you're here with. Hell yeah.
It's on my badge. That's actually along with videos that take a really long time. The Ball Creative videos where I'm just like unscripted at the desk. Those have been really fun. People seem to like them, and I'm doing a lot more. So, but yeah.
God, you got so much on your plate. I don't know how you do it. Respect.
Yeah. Anyway. That's why everything takes forever.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Hell yeah. Peace.
Peace.
I don't know how to end these things.
Yeah, got it.